welcome back to Angie's Table. Please excuse the noise. There's going to be a lot of noise happening because Ella is right over here looking at us as we are filming this, and she'll be doing this the entire time. Today we are going to be making Miyeok-guk. Ella, can you quiet down on the cracking thing? Let me... This is a fairly popular soup that Koreans eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I made this before and I showed you guys like a really quick... And I made this on our channel before when Grace was pregnant. I made it for her the day she gave birth and for like a month after that too. I'll explain to you guys later on why Koreans eat this after they give birth, but this is a very healthy... She's waiting for me to talk, to do that. Ella! Oh my god! This is Grace is dying. This is a really easy and healthy recipe. Let's just jump right in because there's too much noise going on, and we'll check out these ingredients. So this is what dry seaweed looks like. It looks like strands of dried seaweed. I don't know how else I would explain it, but when you go to the Asian market, it should say dried seaweed on top. So we have 1 handful. It gets really tricky how much seaweed you need. So my rule of thumb is, my hands are kind of small though, so try and rip 3 pieces out with my hands. The last one, I'm gonna add a little bit more for Ella. We're gonna set it aside for about 15-20 minutes and let it kind of expand and become this soft seaweed texture. So real quick, I'm just gonna cut this into about bite-sized pieces, and for Ella's, I'll be making it a little bit smaller. And with the seaweed soup, you don't always have to use beef. See people using oysters, people using just onions, or just plain, or you can throw in whatever you want. Chicken, mussels, clams, whatever you want. You don't have to use beef, but Grace and I both just like the very plain old sogogi Miyeok-guk, which is beef seaweed soup. This does taste good, I feel like sometimes when it's shredded, but we're just gonna make this really easy today. That's not your pacifier, that's your baby doll, your hair. Oh my, what's wrong with your hair? Water in a pot on high heat, and when it comes to a boil, we're gonna add a cup of cut beef into the water for about 20 seconds and then drain it, and we'll set this meat aside. We talked about how seaweed is really good for you in all these ways, like with iron, but it also has a lot of vitamins, which include like vitamin A, B, C, D, and E. Also has a rich amount of minerals like calcium and iron and magnesium and potassium. Like it literally covers, I feel like, almost everything. So there's a lot of health benefits to seaweed, but those roasted seaweed snacks where kids eat it with rice. Koreans also like to give kim to their children. I mean, number one, it's really easy, and it's also very convenient to carry around with you because it doesn't have to be refrigerated and all of that, but it's healthy for the kids as well. With Ella's seaweed, I'm gonna make it really small because I don't want it to be a choking hazard for her. I will also be making Ella some Miyeok-guk in the back. If you guys are interested in how I make this, I'll have the recipe and ingredient directions all that down below in our description box. But basically all it is just no salt and no soy sauce, and everything else pretty much stays the same. I'm gonna be making that for Ella in the back while we make our seaweed soup, the adult version up here. In a large pot, let's lay the seaweed and add just enough water to submerge it in the pot. It's gonna be a very shallow amount of water with seaweed. We are gonna cook this on medium-high heat for about 10 minutes. Then add the remaining water and do you guys know what it's time for? Today's word of the day is 고래, which means whale. I'm using this word because I'm gonna go into a little like history session right now. So according to my research that I've shared with you guys before, Korean pregnant women eat seaweed after they've given birth because long time ago they've noticed that whales after they gave birth were eating seaweed out of the ocean. So they decided maybe it's something that is healthy for humans as well. But other than that, I mean, seaweed is good for you because it is so rich in iron. With childbirth, you lose a lot of blood. So it brings in nutrients that you're losing and it just helps strengthen you. It's good for you, and yeah, overall it is a really healthy dish. But this is one of the main reasons why Koreans eat miyeok or seaweed after they give birth. So today's word of the day ties all the way back around to whale, which is 고래 in Korean. Once this comes to a boil, let's add in our minced garlic, soy sauce, sesame oil, and some anchovy sauce. This anchovy sauce is key. It's gonna make it taste so refreshing and give it a little bit of an umami taste to it. So let's eat now.
I've been at Miyeok-guk so long, it's so good.
This kimchi is what my mom made. It's so good.
Yum.
너 입에 너무 많아. Let's cut to having Ella's ASMR. We have Ella's food over here.
Wow.
It's her first time trying Miyeok-guk. Let's see if she likes it.
Delicious? Is it so good? Delicious?
No, it's not delicious.
Ella, do you want more?
I gave her a meat this time.
Oh. So well, Ella. So good.
Ella loved her food. Make sure to give a thumbs up if you guys liked it, and any comments or questions, leave it down below in the comment section, and we'll see you guys on our next video.